Okay, so good morning, everybody, and I want to welcome you all to the Metropolitan Detention Center. So my name is Julie Morgisbaca, and I'm the county manager. And today is a proud day for Bernalillo County. So we're here to introduce our new MDC chief, Greg Rees, to the community. So Chief Rees will speak in a few minutes about his initial plans for supporting our staff and for continuing the great work that they do. And I want to tell you something. I have met some awesome people that work here, that do a great job, that sacrifice themselves every day when they come into work. And I really appreciate everything that they do. So with that, I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what to expect. So we'll hear from our Debbie O'Malley, the chair of the Bernalillo County Commission. After Chairwoman O'Malley speaks, we'll hear from Rick Mieta, and Rick Mieta is the chair of the county's Detention Facility Management Oversight Board. So that's been a very helpful board to Bernalillo County. So I just want to tell you, Chairwoman O'Malley and Chairman Mieta, thank you for what you do, and thank you for being here. So after these remarks, we'll take a few questions from the media. So before I introduce our new chief, I'd like to highlight some of the outstanding progress we've made to improve the Metropolitan Detention Center. So we've come a long way, and as everyone knows, it's been in the media, the recent settlement agreement for the McClendon lawsuit, that's huge. So that's going to lead to some real results here. Solutions that will make the jail a safer and more secure place, not only for the inmates, but for our staff, and for the community as a whole. So accomplishing these goals has been a huge undertaking. So combined with running the jail every day, and it's twice the work. So one person that I want to acknowledge is Mr. Tom Ruiz. Tom, he's been assisting with the jail for around 2 years, and the last almost year you've been managing the jail. Your excellent administrative skills have proven to be just given us stability and have been thorough and consistent. And for that, I want to thank you. And I really appreciate the work that you do, Tom. So I've asked Tom to stay with us to help continue the progress. So no one is going away. It's a good day. We're going to be consistent. We're going to stick together, and we're going to be strong. So again, Tom, thank you on behalf of the County Commission and myself and all of Bernalillo County. We thank you for your continued service to Bernalillo County. Thank you, Tom. So now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you why I recruited Greg Rees. So he has an excellent reputation and is respected by his peers at the Sheriff's Department, the law enforcement community, and the community as a whole. Everybody that I've talked to about Greg, I get the thumbs up. They know him. They've worked with him. He has been a proven leader and skilled in focusing diverse teams and employees towards a common goal. He is known to treat others with respect, dignity, and concern, and fairness. And that's what our MDC staff deserves. They ask me for a leader, and they're going to get a leader. They're going to get a leader. And I felt very strongly that he would be able to hit the ground running and take this position. So most recently, Mr. Rees, as probably everybody knows, was the undersheriff for the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department. And he's got 24 years of law enforcement experience, which is huge. So as the MDC chief, it's important to have experience in the criminal justice arena as a whole. So Greg's worked with the Public Defender's Office. Greg's worked with the DA's office. Greg's worked with the courts. Greg's worked with APD. Greg's worked with the Sheriff's Department. And Greg's worked with the MDC. So, and so he's dedicated his life in improving the quality of life for Bernalillo County. And when I approached him about the job, It took him a couple of weeks that he had to think about it, and of course his loyalty to the Sheriff's Department was so important to him, and I really respected that. But what really impressed me is he said, Julie, I'm not going to accept the job unless I know I can give it 120%. And he walked away, and I left him alone, and he thought about it, and I really did appreciate that. So I believe that that's what it's going to take to get this job done, and I know that you can do it. So that's why I recruited Chief Rees, and we're so fortunate, and we're so blessed to have him. So Chief, I want to welcome you to the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Thank you, Madam Manager. Good morning, everybody. It's an honor and a privilege to work in this new position. First of all, I'd like to thank the County Manager for recruiting me. I've had a long and rewarding career with the Sheriff's Department, but after 24 years, I'm open to new challenges and opportunities. So today I have a new chain of command. I report to the County Manager. She's the Chief Executive Officer of the county, as everybody is well aware. She's appointed by the Bernalillo County Commission. Today's my 4th day on the job, and my most important job right now is to listen and learn to what's going on. A few things stand out immediately. First, some of our people are overworked. Our current practice sometimes results in what's called forced overtime. Everybody standing along the back wall knows what I'm referring to. And forced overtime is not really an option, and it's something that affects people not only at work but at home as well. The constant overworking of officers is bad for morale and safety. So I'm going to work with the officers' union, the county administrators, to find a better way to manage our human resources. Another thing that's very important is the recruitment, retention, and training of new officers. Number 2, I see an opportunity for more training and professional development. Law enforcement gave me tremendous opportunities for growth, and we need to make sure the same opportunities are available for the corrections officers who are also part of this law enforcement community. I'm a big believer in institutions that invest in their workforce. My goal is for our corrections officers and our workforce to serve as a national model for other counties to follow. Number 3, it's already clear that Tom Ruiz, and again the county manager, talked about the great leadership and impact he's had on MDC. But I need his guidance. And Tom, I'm very thankful you're sticking around. Thank you very much. Number 4, I also want to highlight the officers and the staff that work every day to make MDC running smoothly. Oftentimes, I know it's the line level people that have a tendency to get overlooked, and it's very important that you understand that we appreciate everything that you've done and you continue to do. It's a thankless job. You don't get much credit when things go right. But it's clear to me we have a good, solid staff that wants to do the right thing. I look forward to working with all of you, and the community to improve the safety and security at the jail. Finally, the manager is correct. Bernalillo County has made tremendous progress on the jail, but we still have a lot of work to do. That's what I signed up to do. I know it's not going to be easy or perfect, but I can assure the people of Bernalillo County I'm committed to do my part to improve public safety in our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Rees. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Commission Chair Debbie O'Malley. Commissioner.
Thank you very much, Julie, and another welcome to Chief Rees. I see a lot of folks standing back there, and I can see some officers and other administrative personnel. And we don't get a chance to really say thank you very often. I do at the end of every meeting. I thank our staff and our employees. I want to say a special thanks to all of you out there. I know that you have a very difficult job. I always sort of have thought of this place as almost like a ship moored out in the desert. People come and go, but you have to come every day, and you stay, and you do your best to make it work, and I appreciate that very much. I am 100% behind the chief's, our chief. Actually, she says we're the bosses, but I don't feel much like a boss. But I'm very grateful, and I think that she made an excellent pick. She talked with me early on about talking with Mr. Rees, and you know, I already knew by some of the things I'd heard about him and meeting with him that he understands. I think the importance of communication, the importance of having an institution where people perceive it as being fair, that he operates with respect. And as a result, I think he's a leader. The jail is more than just a management issue, because obviously, you know, this isn't a retail store. This is unusual. It's unique in its own way, and so you need both. You need the support from management, and you need leadership, and he's a leader. So I hope that you're hopeful. I am hopeful. The important thing is to give someone a chance. We want to give him a chance as a commission. We want him to be successful, because that means that you're successful too. We are behind him 100%. I really believe that when you put someone in a position like this, that you do everything you can to support them to be successful, and that's what that's what we're committed to as a commission. So I hope that you will feel free to communicate with any of us at any time. You know, we're easy to get a hold of by email. I hope that you feel that we are accessible to you as well as a commission. And again, I want to thank you very much for the work that you do every day.
Thank you, Commissioner O'Malley, and I also want to thank the rest of the commissioners for their support. They have supported, and I'm going to say as a county manager, I have received 100% support, and for that I am truly grateful. So finally today, I'm pleased to introduce the chair of our oversight board for the MDC, and he's also a former state representative, very active in the community, and just mostly my friend, Rick Mieta. So, Rick.
Thank you, Julie. Good morning. On behalf of the Detention Facility Management Oversight Board, I will go right to the heart of the matter. We are heartened and enormously pleased with the appointment of Greg Rees as the new MDC chief. Chief Rees is a proven leader that is respected throughout Bernalillo County. I'm confident he will do a great job, a perfect job, with our board. The Detention Facility Management Oversight Board was created in 2015 to make sure that our jail operates in accordance with the United States Constitution, and to make sure that our jail maintains a population consistent with its design. We have 9 members who are appointed by the Bernalillo County Commission. We're a diverse, bipartisan group from the public and private sectors. At the end of the day, we want a jail that's safe and secure for both staff and the inmates, and a jail that serves to improve public safety and the quality of life in our communities. Bernalillo County has made tremendous progress to improve the overall operation of MDC in recent years. And I want to congratulate the Commission, the County Manager, and the hardworking staff, all of you, that made this success possible. And I truly believe that Greg Rees is the right leader to keep us moving forward on this path to progress. Good move, County Manager. Great move. That was a good move. Chief Rees, congratulations, and we look forward to working with you. Welcome, and on behalf of the state of New Mexico, best to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I'm confident that together we're going to make this work. The ship it's already been moving in the right direction because of you all, because of the support from the community, and we're going to get there. And I think we're getting there at a very rapid rate of speed now that you're here, Chief Rees. So thank you so much. So at this time, we're happy to take some questions. If you all have any questions, we're glad to answer them for you.
Hello, friends. So we do have a few minutes for questions, and we do need to be mindful of the schedule. So just jump on in and we'll go from there. When it comes to safety for inmates and the workers, can you provide some specifics of what you plan to implement?
Well, the staffing schedule at the point, what I want to look at is the staff analysis has been done previously. I want to look at currently how we are staffing the units and the pods and see if that's the most effective way that we currently do it. So it's looking at how we're currently doing things and looking at if there's a better alternative to make the jail run a little bit more efficient.
Chief, this comes just days after a vote of the county commission. Can you and will you work with ICE agents, or are you even allowed to?
Well, that decision was decided upon by the county commission. So again, I work for the county manager who works for the county commission. And so they've made their decision that, we will not be working with ICE in reference to the priority enforcement program. So again, at this point, we will honor all legal requests, but again, we work for the commission, and I take our direction from the commission.
Do you know, does the jail use any federal funding?
Not that I'm aware of.
Now, you talk about forced overtime. Will this affect overtime in general for the people who, say, want overtime? Will you cut them down completely to those?
No, because any realm of public safety, whether it's law enforcement, fire, corrections, you cannot predict what's going to happen. And there's always going to be incidents where events come up, issues come up, and they have to be staffed accordingly. So we'll not jeopardize a CO's safety, an inmate's safety on the event of just trying to save money. Again, and that's one of the things that's really concerning to me, and I want to make sure we're coming up with best practices. Again, fourth day on a job, I've been listening to a lot of people, having a lot of meetings, I'm getting a lot of input. And it's working with the staff. It's a very solid staff. They know what's going on. They know the place inside and out. And it's working together with them to come up with a good resolution.
Is the jail using all its pods currently?
No,
What can you how many are being used out of how many?
I don't have the exact details right now. I know we do have some vacant pods.
For the county manager, can you kind of explain your thought behind recruiting from within as opposed to like a search or regional or statewide search?
When you say recruiting from within the county, within the...
You said you approached to recruit the chief.
Oh, okay. Why I recruited.
Yeah, as opposed to like a...
I spent some time talking to the great staff here, and I have an appreciation for what they do, just maybe this much, because I don't work here, but I will tell you, they asked me for someone that, the boots on the ground kind of person. They asked me for someone with corrections experience. And they understood when we talked. I think they talked about they would like to see someone from within the county. Well, Mr. Rees is within the county. He's within the county. He knows Bernalillo County. And I feel strongly, as I said before, he is a proven leader, and he's respected by the criminal justice community. So, again, PDs, the Sheriff's Department, APD, MDC, he knows a lot of the folks that work here. So he appreciates what they do, and I keep hearing this over and over and over from him. He is dedicated to making this a better place, and I'm so happy to hear the words when he says, I want people to look forward to coming to work, and I do too.
Will there be any point when bringing an inmate in to the facility that you ask potentially about their immigration status whatsoever?
No, I don't think so. Again, we're going to follow the same standards that we're currently doing.
Chief, can I ask you, because you just moved over from Bernalillo County to Sheriff's Department, and law enforcement has indicated that they could lose millions in federal funding. Do you want to weigh in on that as somebody who just left the Sheriff's Department and now you're in this position?
I don't think it would be fair for me to make comments in reference to what may or may not happen to APD or the Sheriff's Department. I know it's a great concern, but again, at this point, I may be speculating as far as what would happen, and I don't think it would be a good idea for me to make any comments about that. sorry.